Welcome to the series on temperature and its measurements. Okay, this is a new series. We're going to be talking about temperature. We're going to be talking about the instrument for measuring temperature, that's a thermometer. We are going to look at different type of questions you encounter under temperature and thermometer. Let's start. First, you need to know how to convert from one temperature scale to another. You have to convert from the Celsius scale to the Kelvin scale, from degree C to Kelvin. We have the temperature in Kelvin equals temperature in degree C plus 2703. The same way, if you want to convert from Kelvin to degree C, temperature in degree C will now be temperature in Kelvin minus 2713. If you want to convert from degree C to Fahrenheit, or Fahrenheit to degree C, to degree Fahrenheit, or degree Fahrenheit to degree C, there's a simple formula you just use, which is F minus 32/9 equal to C over 5. F here represents the temperature in degree Fahrenheit, and C represents the temperature in degree C. If you can remember this particular formula, then you won't be able to do any conversion on temperature, either from degree C to Kelvin, or from Kelvin to degree C, or from degree C to Fahrenheit, or Fahrenheit to degree C, or even to Kelvin. And sometimes you may tell you to convert from degree Fahrenheit to Kelvin. To convert from degree Fahrenheit to Kelvin, convert first to degree C, then from degree C, convert to Kelvin. Let's take an example. Example 1. So you have to convert 50 degrees C to Fahrenheit, to degree Fahrenheit. If you want to do that conversion, I'll make use of this formula here. F minus 32/9 equals C over 35. So over C over equals C over 5. So now we have F minus 32/9 equals C over 5. We are looking for F, so I'll get F minus 32/9. C is 50 all over 5. Then we divide this one, 50 by 5 will give us 10. So that this one will give us F minus 32 equals 10 over 9. Then if I cross multiply, we'll get F minus 32 equals 10 times 9. So I'll get F minus 32 equals 90. And then to transfer the 32 across the equality, we'll get F equals 90 plus 32. So that the temperature in degree Fahrenheit becomes 122. So that means 50 degrees C equals 122 degree Fahrenheit. As simple as that. So that's how you convert from degree C to degree Fahrenheit. The same way, if you want to convert from degree Fahrenheit to degree C, we use the same principle. Okay? Let's take, for example, you want to convert from, let's say example 2 now. let's say I have to convert 118 degree Fahrenheit to degree what C. It's the same principle, you apply the same principle. So that I'll get F minus 32 over 9. So I'll get 118 minus 32 all over 9 equals C over 5. It's just a simple trick to apply. A simple trick to apply. So that's when you subtract, you get 86 over 9 equals C over 5. So now we'll cross multiply. If we cross multiply, we get 86 times 5 divided by 9. That will give us what C. If you multiply, you get 430. That will give us 430 over 9. And then when you divide by 9, that will give us 47.78. 47.78. So that means that 118 degree F is equal to 47.78 degree C. So that's how you do that conversion from degree C to Fahrenheit, or from Fahrenheit to degree what C. So now let's see how we can convert from question 3, convert 300 Kelvin to degree what C. You want to convert from degree Kelvin to degree C. We subtract 2703. We subtract 273. Temperature in Kelvin minus 2703. So that will give us 300 minus 273. For the temperature in degree C now, that will give us 27. So that implies 300 Kelvin is equal to 27 degree C. So that's how I convert from Kelvin to degree what C. The same way, if you want to convert from degree C to Kelvin, you are going to add 2713. See example 4. Example 4. Convert 20 degrees C to a temperature in Kelvin. To a temperature in what Kelvin? You want to convert 20 degrees C to a temperature in what Kelvin? All I need to do is temperature in Kelvin is temperature in degree C plus 2713. So that means 20 plus 273. That means the temperature in Kelvin will now be 2903. So therefore, 20 degrees C is equal to 293 Kelvin. So that's how you do a conversion from degree C to what Kelvin, and from Kelvin to degree what C. So now let's see how we solve questions on the thermometer. Let's look at the first example. I'm sure this one is clear. If you have any question, you can always send it to me through the comment section, or send it to me via my WhatsApp number +234 80 368 55152. So now let's look at thermometer question. Now for all the thermometer questions you are going to find, the simple trick you are going to apply is just to draw these two lines like this. Draw the first one for the actual thermometer, draw the other one for the given what thermometer. Then the lower fixed point is 0, the upper fixed point is what 100. Now you should understand that the lower fixed point here is also called the temperature of what pure melting what ice. It's also referred to as what the ice what point. While the upper fixed point which is 100, that upper fixed point is also referred to as the temperature of what steam. So they tell you that a certain thermometer registers 20 degrees C or -3 degrees C at the temperature of what pure melting ice. That means that temperature corresponds to what 0. So for example, you are told it registers, let's say -20 degrees C at the temperature of pure melting ice. That means that 20 corresponds to this. Now if you are told it registers, let's say 84 degrees C at the temperature of steam, that 84 corresponds to what 100. That's the temperature of steam. Then we may ask you what will be the reading on this temperature when the actual temperature is, let's say, 40 degrees. If the actual temperature is 40, this one is what the one that's referred to as the actual thermometer. So that here is 0, here is what 100, because this one is registering the correct reading. So here is 0 and here is 100. So this actual thermometer, the actual temperature is 40. What will be the reading on this 40 watt thermometer? You just do something like this. And when you do this one, you'll be able to calculate the given what temperature for the 40 watt thermometer. It's just as simple as that. Let's see an example. Okay, let's see this first question. A platinum resistant thermometer has a resistance of 11.40 ohms. Ohms is the unit of resistance at 0 degrees C and 15.35 ohms at 100 degrees C. Assuming that the resistance changes uniformly with temperature. Now the resistance changes uniformly with temperature. Calculate the temperature when the resistance is calculate the temperature calculate the temperature when the resistance is 12.35 ohms. Okay, now supposing you have a question like that. So the platinum resistance thermometer has a resistance of 11.40 ohms at 0 degrees C and 15.35 ohms at 100 degrees C. Assuming that the resistance changes uniformly with temperature, calculate the temperature when the resistance is 12.35 ohms. Now from the diagram I drew initially, you can actually calculate anything on temperature. So first thing to do is to draw the actual one, the actual temperature, and draw the other one now for the resistance thermometer. Now it says a thermometer has a resistance of 11.4 at 0 degrees C. Remember I said you put 0 down here, I put 100 up. So the interval is 100. So has a resistance of 11.4 at what? 0. So you have 11.4 and 15.35 at 100. 15.35 at 100. So you have 15.35 corresponding to 100. Then you ask to calculate the temperature, which is this one now. Put your T at a point there. The temperature when the resistance is 12.35. So 12.35. Now the temperature corresponding to 12.35. Once you have drawn this figure, you can actually calculate what the temperature. So what I'll do now is since I've drawn the figure, T minus 0. And since I have T minus 0, then I'll have 12.35 minus 11.14. I have 100, the upper part minus the lower part, 100 minus 0. That would be all over 15.35 now. 15.35 minus the lower part, 11.14. You see, it's not something very difficult. Now that you've done this one, you will be able to calculate what the actual temperature. So now, this first part will give me 0. Okay, that first part will give me 0. So we'll get T over 100. Then we get T over 100. When you subtract that first part, we get 0.95 all over. Subtract this one. Get 3.95. So now we'll cross multiply. We have 100 times this. All over 3.95. So we get 95 all over 3.95. Now get T equal to 24.1 degrees. So that's the temperature corresponding to 12.35. That will be the temperature corresponding to 12.35. All you need to do is just to draw this figure. Once you can draw this two diagram, okay? From there you do a comparison. The middle minus the down, you get 12.35 minus that as well. Then the upper part minus 0, 15.35 minus the lower part. Once you do that, you're able to calculate what the temperature. It's as simple as that. Okay, let's see another example to illustrate this one. That'll be example 6 now. Example 6. A 40 liquid in glass thermometer registers minus 2 degrees C at the temperature of pure melting ice. And 93 degrees C at the temperature of steam. What does this thermometer read? What does this thermometer read when the actual temperature is 30 degrees C? Now, if you have a question like this, you solve it in the same way you solve the previous question. It's just the same thing. What I will do again is to draw the two lines. I draw this one, and I draw the other one. Here is 0, and here is what 100. So now, say 40 liquid in glass thermometer registers minus 2 at the temperature of pure melting ice, which is 0. That's a 0 point. Minus 2. The 93 at the temperature of steam, 93 up. Then the actual temperature is 30, that means 30 this way. What will be the reading on this 40 thermometer? So what I'll do at that point again is to do what I did previously. I'll do what I did previously so that I have 30 minus 0, 30 minus 0, 30 minus 0, they have t minus 2. So you have t minus, yes, minus, so I have minus 2. Then here we get 100 minus what, 0. Then here we get 93 minus 2. Now, for that, this one is 30 all over 100 now, equals minus times minus gives us what? Plus. Then we get 93 minus will give us what? Plus. So now we get 30 all over 100 equal to t plus 2. 93 plus 2, that will give us what? 95. So the next thing I will do now is to cross what? Multiply. Better still, before you cross multiply, this 0 here, and cancel this one here. Cancel that, so that we get 3 over 10 equal to t plus 2 all over what? 90 5. So now cross multiply, we get 3 times 95. Then we'll get t plus what? 2. To multiply now, you get 285, over 10. It's also going to give us 285 over 10 equal to t plus what? 2. Okay. So now the next thing I'll do now is divide this one. To divide this, you get 28.5 equals t plus what? 2. So now you transfer this plus 2 across the equality. You transfer that, becomes minus what? 2. Where plus sign crosses the equality, it becomes minus. So now when you subtract this one from this, that was 26.5 degrees C. 26.5 degrees C. So you get 26.5 degrees C. Now we have the temperature when the other temperature is giving us what? Well, that will be the temperature on the 40 thermometer, yes. The temperature on the 40 thermometer when the actual temperature is what? 30 degrees what? C. So just remember to draw that diagram, then just do a comparison, the lower phase points, the upper phase point, then compare the given temperature at the midpoints. Once you do that, you will be able to solve questions on the temperature and what thermometer easily. It's just as simple as that. If you have any question on this, don't forget to send it to me, and watch out for the part 2 of this series, and ensure you subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in our next class.